I woke up this morning to find my pet hamster, Jinx, had somehow hacked into my online gaming profile and achieved a higher rank than me overnight. I know it sounds impossible, but as I glanced across the room, Jinx met my eyes with a mischievous glint, and I swear I heard my Alexa whisper, "Let the games begin." Everything changed from that moment. I felt this electrifying rush of inspiration, like when you discover a new TikTok trend just moments before it goes viral. My mind was racing with how Jinx had managed this digital feat while I dozed off, phone in hand. Since when did hamsters become tech-savvy? In that heart-stopping moment of confusion and wonder, it hit me. How far could Jinx and I go, tag-teaming as a champion duo in this sprawling virtual world instead of just watching cat videos? As waves of excitement coursed through my veins, my screen lit up, a barrage of messages from friends and followers captivated by that epic ranking my pet had somehow earned. The world wanted to know, what's next? And honestly, so did I. Because if this isn't the start of the wildest Generation Alpha adventure, then I don't know what is.
I was standing at the edge of the universe when my life changed forever. Okay, maybe it was just the diving board at the community pool, but that's exactly how it felt for a perpetually anxious 10-year-old like me. My heart was a jackhammer, pounding faster than when my Wi-Fi crashes during a live stream. With every eye on me, including my ruthless older sisters, I knew this was more than just a jump. It was a leap of faith, a plunge into the unknown, much like the first cringeworthy video I ever posted on TikTok. My goggles fogged up as the blazing sun bounced off the water's surface, making it look like a bubbling vat of liquid courage. That's when it happened, the eternal pause. That moment when time feels like it's treading on air, and all your friends' encouragement blends into a fuzzy soundtrack of do it, do it, do it. It sounded like trying to find the perfect playlist on Spotify, and failing hilariously. In that heartbeat, I realized something grounding. I was ready, the same way I was ready to own my gaming avatar's neon hairdo, despite Mom's disapproval. I was going to jump, or rather I had to jump, for everyone who's ever doubted themselves. And plunging beneath the surface felt like emerging from a cocoon, refreshed, reborn, and desperately reaching for solid ground, realizing I'd lost my goggles somewhere along the way. When I surfaced, my heart doing celebratory somersaults, everything had changed. I was more than the kid who feared the deep end and dreaded posting those first steps into the unknown online. In that unforgettable chlorinated baptism, I'd conquered both the pool and a little piece of my soul. The sting of the chlorine in my eyes was nothing compared to the wide-eyed wonder of breaking free, that feeling of surfacing on the other side of courage. And yeah, the endless notifications blowing up my phone didn't hurt either.
OMG, imagine this. I looked down, and there it was, the cracked screen of my brand new phone lying in a puddle, the horror glistening in the morning sun. My heart dropped faster than my hopes on a Monday morning. How would I survive the endless school memes and the latest dance challenge updates without it? As tears welled in my eyes, my friends gathered around like loyal squad mates in Fortnite, promising support and stories of their own cracked screen tragedies. We rallied together in the aftermath, sharing backup playlists and laughter, until I finally embraced the inevitable. And just like that, I learned it's not truly the end of the world, just a glitch in the matrix we call life.
You've got to believe me when I say it all began with a squirrel stealing my AirPods. Seriously, there I was in the park, minding my own business, jamming to the latest hits, when this bushy-tailed thief appeared out of nowhere. I was sipping my bubble tea, entirely oblivious to the epic saga about to unfold, when I felt a tug at my ear. That sneaky squirrel, with the agility of a ninja, had made off with my beloved pods and darted up the nearest tree. Frozen, I stood there in utter disbelief that my life's soundtrack had been abruptly paused by nature's furry bandit. I couldn't breathe. It felt like my whole world was muted, emotions swirling like a viral TikTok dance challenge, congruent yet chaotic. Suddenly, my inner drama queen emerged. For the first time, my posts wouldn't have the perfect background beat. What would my followers think when my videos lacked that signature sound? My reputation was on the line, and at that moment, it was the most critically important crisis I'd ever faced. But it wasn't just about the music. It was about resilience, about retrieving joy from the tangled branches of fate, and maybe about reclaiming my spot at the bench under the big oak tree. So without a second thought, I sprang into action, determined to restore harmony to my traitorous playlist. And in that mad dash, as I chased destiny wrapped in a furry tale, I learned that life is unpredictable, and every adventure is worth sharing, even if just to go viral.
You're not going to believe this, but last week, my world was covered in sprinkles. I stumbled into the grandest, most chaotic birthday blowout my neighborhood had ever seen. Picture this, a towering cake that reached the sky, with frosting dripping like a rainbow waterfall, and I, frosting-covered hands up to my elbows, felt like the star of a messy yet mesmerizing music video. It all began when I accidentally toppled the candy tower. It was an avalanche of sugar and laughter. The entire party paused, eyes wide, silence hanging in the air, like a suspenseful pause in everyone's favorite TikTok clip. Then, the biggest cheer erupted. Everyone dove in with me, sticky fingers flinging sprinkles in the air as if it was confetti soaked in happiness. Imagine racing against time to catch as many jelly beans as you could before they disappeared off into the swirls of cream. Every moment was a whirlwind, perfectly unfiltered and shared across friends. Stories faster than the frosting could dry. What I learned that day was as sweet as the treat smeared across my face. Happiness multiplies like sprinkles, impossible to contain, making even the simplest of moments a shimmering adventure. Here's the saga of my trauma, shoe science. One morning I awoke like any other soul-searching preteen, but felt everything unravel as I glanced down at my dolled-up kicks, my blue Velcro light-up sneakers, mismatched. In that moment, horror eclipsed my reflection as if plummeting straight into a viral loop garnish on a bad hair day. Yet the day progressed. As trauma went viral, my bestie digitally whispered, "Your creativity, unmatchable." Discord convos suddenly turned into surreal emojis ciphering unbeknownst strength. I sashayed through ridicule, felt art dance upon sidewalks chanting, "Embrace those blunders. Oh, mismatched shoes, pieces on my labyrinthine, aren't you?" You won't believe what just happened on the way to the corner bubble tea shop. There I was, rushing through the usual maze of electric scooters and holographic billboards when bam, I accidentally stumbled into the most dog-tastic android puppy parade the city has ever seen. It was like the universe hit the ONG button on life. Digital puppies pranced, their LED collars flickering like tiny rainbows in sync with my favorite playlists. My heart raced as one particularly bouncy pup, with pixel-perfect eyes and a shiny, untangled VR leash, danced right toward me. In that stellar moment, it wasn't just the ecstatic squeals of classmates echoing around, or the candied galaxies swirling my once ordinary bubble tea. It was pure magic. Suddenly, my old anxieties vanished. Would I finally nail that TikTok dance, face down my math teacher's steely gaze tomorrow, or win an epic gaming showdown today? With this neon bundle of digital joy by my side, anything felt possible. It wasn't just a heartwarming glitch in my daily scrolling routine. It was the kind of spectacle that felt like it was coded just for us, the Gen Alpha, making our way through the world's quirkiest, most unpredictable algorithm yet. Hello world, this is a test story. The moment my cookie crumbled, my world shattered into sprinkles and shards of chocolate despair. Yesterday started like any other day, the bright, bluish glow of my tablet bathing my face as I watched endless streams of slime videos while munching on my favorite triple chocolate kale biscuits, an unusual but mesmerizingly delicious discovery from TikTok. That is until tragedy struck at precisely 4:17 p.m. The colossal cookie that had managed to stay intact for the whole episode of Mushroom Mystery Kids suddenly gave way to gravity's cruel embrace, its fragments spiraling into dust as they hit the white plush carpet below. In that exact moment, a torrent of existential questions enveloped me. Why do cookies crumble? Why is my life crumbling like one? And why, oh why, did this precise moment align with today's tear-jerking storyline in Puppycorn Adventures? It felt as if the universe conspired to highlight all my micro-dramas, like when Mom insisted on joining Be Real and started tagging me relentlessly alongside plates of attempted keto disasters. As I sat there, on the cusp of a sugarless nosedive, sibling disputes echoing from downstairs, I came to a comforting realization. Life always tastes better with a bit of crumbly chaos. You've never truly felt betrayal until your houseplant unfollows you on social media. That Thursday afternoon, I was lounging in my cozy room, scrolling through my feed, when I discovered that Percy, my beloved Monstera, had ghosted me from all my accounts. It was a virtual slap. My breath caught, not just because Percy had a bigger following than me, but because I watered him religiously with filtered rainwater and even played lo-fi beats to help him chill. Each filtered selfie of his lush green expanse had garnered more likes than I'd ever dreamed, yet here I was, abandoned. This was no ordinary forgetfulness. Percy had become a future NFT, while my human friends still couldn't name my favorite pop star. My humiliation was only compounded by the countless choreographed apology dances I performed for his leafy following on Plantstagram. My heart raced faster than when I accidentally go live while in bed, and all I could think about is how on earth do I win back foliage affection. You'll never believe how an ordinary Tuesday afternoon at my local boba tea shop turned into the wildest ride of my life. So there I am, just scrolling through endless memes while waiting for my dragon fruit milk tea. I reach for my straw, and bam, there's this glitter explosion, like someone replaced a piñata with a rainbow in the ceiling. Before I can even blink, a kid with sparkling Crocs and an aura of chaos stumbles, dramatically spilling boba pearls everywhere. It's chaos, like TikTok's craziest compilation in real life, and everyone's dodging runaway pearls. Laughter bubbles up and, without thinking, I start a spontaneous boba dance battle to Taylor Swift's latest track. Now everyone's staring, but in the best way possible. Suddenly, strangers become friends, our collective weirdness bridging divides one boba pearl at a time. In those surreal, glittery moments, nothing else mattered except the pure, colossal joy of being alive. Connected and utterly fabulous on a random Tuesday afternoon.
Imagine this. I was scrolling through endless memes on my phone, when suddenly, a squirrel flashed before my eyes like a furry bolt of lightning wearing sneakers. My heart leaped. This was no ordinary woodland creature. This squirrel was my childhood best friend, Joey Mogul, reincarnated. My pulse raced as I remembered our pinky promise to find each other if either ever became a squirrel. This was it. My destiny was shouting through acorns. As the sun dipped below the horizon, it painted the sky with dreams I couldn't yet comprehend. The urge to reconnect with Squirrel Joey consumed me like that time I binge-watched 8 hours of kitten videos from my personalized FYP. Whipping around the corner in my LED sneakers, I lost sight of him in the shadow of a colossal maple tree, the most ancient guardian Leviathan could shape in this realm. Grabbing a skateboard, because isn't that what you do when facing metaphysical adventures at 4:47 p.m.? I soared in pursuit, my heart waltzing to a beat only we understood. At that moment, it wasn't just about Joey. It was about honoring the spirit of friendship amidst the digital chaos, remembering promises made under blanket forts, and seizing the narratives we weave with those who matter. This squirrel was my pixel-perfect reminder. We must hold on, like Joey clutching an acorn, cherishing laughter over lag and squirrels caught on skateboards. And somehow, through the branches and beyond the screens, Joey and I felt alive again.
Imagine waking up on a Monday morning and realizing your favorite streaming service just deleted every single one of your playlists overnight. Pandemonium, right? That's the chaos I found myself in as I stared at my empty screen. My curated world of cozy lo-fi beats and uplifting dance tracks wiped out like they never existed. It felt like I'd lost a part of my soul, as if the universe had hit an undo button on my personal vibe. I quickly jumped out of bed, still in my unicorn onesie, my heart pounding faster than that time I dropped my phone at the skate park. My carefully curated playlist had powered every epic Roblox session and spontaneous kitchen dance party. I swear, even my cat, Pixel, looked at me with sympathetic eyes like, dude, this is major. Determined to reclaim my groove, I scoured the internet like a digital archaeologist, piecing together memories of tracks that made me feel invincible. Through this quest, I rediscovered forgotten gems and even stumbled upon new beats that gave me a major serotonin boost. As the sun set, something magical happened. I realized that while the old playlists were irreplaceable treasures, the journey of rebuilding was this wild, beautiful roller coaster of emotions I'd almost forgotten I could feel. And that's when it hit me. Sometimes losing what we thought we couldn't live without is the beginning of something even more legendary. You've never heard a soda explode quite like this. I swung open my vintage mini fridge, rainbow bright stickers everywhere, and as I reached for a can of Starfizz, my sweaty palms betrayed me. It slipped, twirling in slow-mo, spraying a sugar stratosphere of flavor onto my brand new limited edition glow-in-the-dark Crocs. Cue the existential crisis. What was life if not a series of popped expectations and sticky messes? My AI pet robot Beagle stepped in, letting out a woof, sound suspiciously programmed to deeper empathy. It's a common scene, yet here I was, battling thoughts deeper than an ocean full of TikTok trends. The great Starfizz debacle of 3:15 p.m. would forever stain my soul and my kitchen floor. Is this what being 12 feels like? A symphony of chaos and choreographed mishaps, each wondering how many likes or comments they'd stack up in the universe of life's endless feed. In that moment, with sticky socks and a sincere resolve, I decided, tomorrow, all carbonated beverages would be opened over the sink. Or maybe over the bathtub.
OMG, you won't believe what just happened. Like, seriously, this is straight out of a movie. So there I was on Tuesday afternoon, mindlessly scrolling through TikTok while pretending to, focus on my online class. Suddenly my phone buzzes with a notification that's usually filled with stuff like my grocery store nearby announcing another sale. But this time it's his name. That cute guy from English class, the one with a 1,000-watt smile that could literally light up the entire universe, sends me a message. Why is he texting me, right? So my thumb hovers over the screen for what feels like a million years, my heart doing Olympic-level gymnastics. I click. He says he saw the artwork I posted online and wants my help with his own project. I inwardly panic, because hello, who knew he even noticed me, let alone my sketch doodles I regularly post on stories just to feel artsy. We chat for hours, emoji of every face swapping, and not using Comic Sans, opposite of what my texts auto-shape. The next day, boom, we meet in person at the local cafe that's all neon lights and chill vibes. It's like the Wi-Fi of the universe connected us, and we're geeking out about art, gaming, meme creators. Then he stops mid-sentence, looks me straight in the eyes, and says, "You're really cool, you know that?" Oof, cue internal fireworks. In a whirl, I realize I'm living in those epic moments TikTokers make 10-second crushy transition clips about. Longest reality check ever. This isn't just random emojis, it's a connection. It's real. And it's starting.